here at Tilde. I work on our product SKYLIGHT, which is a Rails profiler. We actually have a table out in the hall. You might have seen me sitting behind at some point over the last 2 days. Anyway, so in spite of the fact that I never seem to have enough free time, or any free time at all really, last year I decided that I needed a project. Something I could work on regularly, preferably open source, so I could improve my skills and maybe green up my GitHub profile a little bit. So I contributed to a few small things here and there, but I still hadn't found the one project I really felt like I could throw myself into. So I started asking around if anyone needed any help with any tech stuff at organizations that I thought were cool. So enter the Degenderettes. They are a self-described friendly, international, feminist, and genderqueer agitprop club. I first heard about them during their all-gender restroom sticker Kickstarter campaign, and they seemed really well aligned with my values and ideals. So I reached out to them just to ask if they needed any help with their site. Well, they didn't need any help with their site, but they had ideas for a safety app that had been scrapped a while back, so they asked if I'd be interested in picking that project up. My eyes lit up, yes! 1,000 times yes. I hadn't had the chance to build an app from scratch in years, or ever. I never built an Ember app from scratch, so this was perfect. Pretty soon I had my first open source project. Just let me quickly show you the very rough mock-up. This isn't what it looks like, this is a mock-up. But let's say you're in an unsafe situation, but it doesn't really warrant calling the police. You just kind of want to gather a bunch of friends quickly to help you hold up space. So you select which group to send an alert to, and then those people receive an alert. They can see where you are on Google Maps, and they can let you know they're on their way or that they can't come. It's pretty simple. So I had the perfect plan. To get a really basic MVP up and running, write a bunch of issues for everything else, recruit people to come and work on it. I would just have to get it off the ground and then try to build a community to help maintain it. Plus, it would be a great reason to try some new libraries and frameworks. It sounds easy enough, right? Not so much. It turns out that building an app from scratch almost completely on your own when you've never really done so before is extremely hard. Doubly so if you're trying to learn a bunch of new things on top of that. So I decided it makes sense to go with what I knew. So I started from scratch again, using good old Ember and Rails. Of course, things were still far from easy. Enter the gracious kindness and helpfulness of the open source community. I started asking for help, and I got it. Lox helped me a bunch all the way from Portugal. The internet is amazing. Sometimes I can't believe it's a thing I can pair remotely with someone in freaking Portugal. It's so cool. I also got some help from other people I met randomly on Twitter. I actually met this guy last night, I think. I'd be like, hey Twitter, can you help me figure out what's going on with my auth flow? And boom, someone was helping me figure it out later that day. But pretty soon I was getting overwhelmed by life stuff, and there was no way I was going to get this thing in a workable state anytime soon. So I asked for help again, and I got it. Tim here, aka Imte on GitHub, great name, actually put in a few pull requests pretty quickly. So I was like, hey friend, do you want to maybe be a regular contributor to my project and work with me on a bunch of stuff I'm trying to get done? Luckily, he was pretty receptive to that, and I had my first regular contributor. We're definitely learning some things together while we work on it, but it feels pretty cool to actually have someone submitting PRs and looking to me for guidance and stuff, even though sometimes it takes me a week to look at a pull request, but I'm doing my best. So we still haven't finished the MVP, but we're pretty close. I'm definitely not here to be like, cool, look at my cool app that I built with Ember, because it's totally not done yet. But I would like you to walk away from this talk knowing 3 things. 1, Ember is a fantastic framework to use when you're trying to get something up and running quickly and you're not in a position to teach a bunch of people something from scratch. Tim, who had been helping a bunch, didn't really know Ember when he started helping me. He was more of a Rails guy, but he was able to pick it up really easily and be productive quickly. 2, the Ember community is fantastic. People are super nice and really helpful. Every time I needed help, someone has been there. That's wild. One of the biggest reasons I wanted to get involved in open source to begin with was that I love the idea of a community of like-minded people coming together to get things done and help each other out just because they want to. So that's been the experience I've had, and especially with Ember. 3, I am in fact here to recruit you if you're interested in helping out with this app, which is the mobile app I've been working on for the Degenderettes. You can take a look at the repos or DM me on Twitter. I haven't gotten a chance to write enough issues yet, so DM me probably. If you're interested in helping, all levels welcome. Thank you so much. The end.